Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you. Please enjoy.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another celebrity tarot reading. So, okay, if you were asleep last night, then you probably don't know what's going on, but you probably woke up to it. We are doing a reading because Will Smith, he done popped Chris Rock on stage. Welcome to Aries season where anybody can get popped. I'm just kidding. Happy Aries season. Shout out to all my Aries out there. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Bianca, but most people know me as Miss J. And welcome to Wisdom and Light, where we do celebrity tarot readings like this one, monthly horoscopes, which are coming, and whatever that's going on in the cosmos, really. Full moons, whatever that's happening that I feel called to talk about. Thank you so much for coming back and being here. And if you have been subscribed, thank you so much. And yes, I want to just do this reading. And at first I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. But then I said, you know what? What we're going to do in this reading is I just want to see everybody's perspective using tarot and astrology and oracle cards. I want to see everybody's perspective. I will leave my opinion towards the end of this reading. So before you begin watching, get comfortable, get your snacks, do what you got to do so you can just kind of be in the vibes of this reading. Keep in mind that these are just my predictions. You do not have to agree with them. You do not have to agree with my cards. You don't have to agree with anything that I say, and that's perfectly fine. We are literally interpreting the card and the messages that are coming through from how I am seeing it, okay? I will leave my opinion towards the end of this reading if you care to know my opinion, but we're just going to be reading on the situation at hand and looking at everyone's perspective on how they saw the situation. Alrighty, let's go. Okay. Just using a regular tarot deck because I wanted the answers to be very straight to the point. So first and foremost, I would think we're going to start on Will Smith, but I actually want to start on Chris Rock. I want to see Chris Rock's energy. How does Chris Rock feel about the situation? How does Chris Rock feel about the situation? This was the card that came up right as I was shuffling. So once I see it like that, we have to acknowledge the card and the message behind it. How does Chris Rock feel about the situation? The Ace of Wands. Okay. The Nine of Cups. Ooh. The Knight of Pentacles reverse. You guys are going to be shocked by how he feels about it. Because I'm already hearing... Oh, one thing about Chris Rock, I've never been in his energy before. He's very talkative. One thing about him, he's an open book. He's not a secretive person. He's very, what you see is what you get. Even his spiritual team, they're very talkative, they're very communicative. And you can just tell by how people behave. Very, very confident. You don't have to pull cards to read energy, but you can kind of get a vibe of somebody just by how they carry themselves. Very, very, very out there. Death. Last card, Page of Swords, and then the Eight of Cups. This is outside influence. Okay, so this is from Chris Rock's perspective. You know something? I don't see anger here. I actually see sadness. It's not just because of the Three of Swords being here, but empathically, I'm picking up on sadness and disappointment. And also, what's shocking here is I'm picking up on fear. Not fear for himself, but fear for Will Smith. And it's crazy how you would think that he would be angry. He would be like, nah, I'm going to sue. He would you know, like, there's a lot of emotions, a lot of mixed emotions going on here. He is hurt that the action happened because he felt like he only told a joke. He is hurt that he was embarrassed, so he feels embarrassed. However, he's also hurt because the Nine of Cups, this was something that you've always wished for, or this was something that you've always wanted. He knew that Will Smith was going to actually win the award. I feel like he gets background knowledge on who's going to win and who's not, because I believe he was a presenter. That's the only reason why he was able to get up on stage and, you know, make a presenting speech or something like that. He knew that this was a night for Will Smith that really means a lot, not just because Will Smith has worked hard for it, but because a fellow black man is finally going to win Best Actor, aside from all the other ones in the past that have won, because we know how hard it is to be seen, to be recognized, to be heard in the performing arts industry. And if you even go all the way back, I'm not trying to give a history speech, but I'm going to say it, Black actors and actresses were not being seated at the table. And that wasn't not too long ago. Because we think that was like 300, 400 years ago. No, maybe 60, 70 years ago, if not less. Black performing artists did not get acknowledged and recognized for their work. A good example is the movie The Color Purple. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. But that was a movie, I believe, that was nominated, and that was the only movie at the time that was really shaking it up, and it was just phenomenal acting. Nobody won anything for that. And I believe there was another award that Denzel Washington should have won, but he didn't. The point that I'm making is, for years, we have been, as Black people, we have been fighting to be seen, to be recognized, to have a seat at the table, because we are creating a culture. We created the culture. We're doing what needs to be done. We are influencing the world. So we deserve to be acknowledged for all that we are doing as well. The argument will say, well, we don't need to be a part of the Oscars because they're only celebrating white people or whatever. We should just create our own award show. True. Yeah, I hear you. But the Oscars, the Grammys, those are very elite type of award shows and things of that sort. Everybody wants an Oscar, everybody wants a Grammy if they are in the entertainment industry. It's just something that somebody strives for. So if Meryl Streep can strive for an Oscar, so can Halle Berry. See what I'm saying? And even then, even the Black people that have won Oscars, it was very selective. There are plenty of amazing actors in the Black community that honestly should have had an Oscar by now. So the Black community is still fighting to be recognized. Black media is still fighting to be treated with respect. Black artists are fighting to be put up, and not because of the complexion of their skin. Black people are still fighting to win roles and not win awards because they did a movie based on slavery. No offense to any of the actors and actresses that have. So I'm saying all of this to say Chris Rock understands that. Chris Rock understands that this was a moment that was important for him. And he feels like you shot yourself. He feels like you did this to yourself. You did this, like you're a part of the culture. You did this to you. You had a moment, and we don't know how this moment is going to affect you. And I've watched you work very hard. All jokes aside, I've watched you. And now, because of something that you did, it's like his reading is like, I'm supposed to be happy that they may try to take this away from you. They may try to take your Oscar. They may try to do this to you. I should be happy, but I'm not. I'm just seeing another Black man getting put under the fire, and I'm seeing that this may affect him. Even though this is affecting me and it embarrassed me, like, you really ruined your moment. It's like, that's how Chris Rock feels. He feels embarrassed. Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. He feels like you have worked so hard. The Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, slowly walking towards your goal, reaching this level of success. Okay? And now, it's like you're walking backwards. are you regressing, or are you about to lose something that you've worked so hard for, all because I said a joke? All because I said, well, like, what's the issue? Not realizing that there's more to it, but that's how Chris Rock feels. Now, he's going to be dealing with a lot of people pressuring him, Page of Swords pressuring him to press charges, because I read that he's not doing it. He doesn't want to file a police report. And this is speaking to what I'm saying. He's actually disappointed. He's disappointed, but not for the reason that people may think he's disappointed for. It's just kind of like, damn, man, like, you could have slapped me anywhere else, but you did it here. You did that here, and you fought so hard to be here. You earned that spot to be here, where you're acting and everything that you've done over the past 30 years will be, 20 years will be respected, acknowledged, all of that. So it's interesting, because I see that Chris Rock, I'm sure he's probably into politics, and I'm sure he really is pro-Black, because I feel that. I keep talking about pro-Black, and, you know, I'm a Black woman. But he's very adamant about that. That doesn't mean that he respects what happened to him. He's hurt by that. Like, upset and hurt. He's hurt by that. Like, he's really hurt by that. That really embarrassed him. That really humiliated him. But he's also hurt because it's like, damn, I'm going to see another brother get dragged over something that he could have prevented, and it wasn't that serious. That's how he feels. And that's his point of view. And right now, he's going to deal with people pressuring him to do what needs to be done. Now, Eight of Pentacles is also an outside influence of the reading. This is, again, signifying, again, we all worked extremely hard to be where we're at. So I want to see, will he press charges? Will he change his mind and press charges? King of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords. Okay, Four of Wands. Will he change his mind and press charges? The Tower. No, but he could try to sue. He's debating that. He's debating if he should sue. He is debating that. Part of him just doesn't want to. A part of him wants to figure out how he can make it right, even though they should make it right with him. But, you know, that's the... And interesting enough, I haven't even read Will Smith and Jada's point of view, but it's so interesting how he's in the space of wanting to make it right, realizing that, okay, I probably pushed a button I didn't know. You know what? And then here's another thing I want to also say. It's not just about what he said about Jada. I do feel like they've had some bad blood. I don't feel like this was just something that he snapped about. I feel like this was an accumulation of things based on what I'm seeing here. This didn't just happen. He's going to debate if he should sue, but in the end, he walks away from the entire situation completely. Okay? If he does go into the energy of suing, he may even pull back from the case and just be like, you know what? It's not even worth it. So that is Chris Rock's point of view. Okay. Had to break down and give that little history talk and speech about, well, you know, we never had a seat at the table. We fought very hard to have a seat at the table. Even though, should we create our own table? Yeah, sure. Sure. But you know, that's another conversation. So now I want to look at Jada's point of view. So we're going to look at Jada. Show me Jada. How does Jada feel about the situation? The Hangman. The Ten of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. The Emperor. The Emperor. The Emperor. The Magician. Ten of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands. Okay, so this is Jada's point of view. Now we're going to look into Jada. When it happened, it's like she froze up. When it happened, she was just in a shell shock. It was almost like everything was moving in slow motion for her. Her processing what just happened. And something about, I've never seen him react this way, or it's rare when he reacts this way. So she was just sitting there like, it's rare when he reacts this way. He doesn't react this way on a daily basis. And she's just sitting there like, because we have the Hangman here. It's more so of, I'm in a standstill, but I'm surrendering to whatever that this means. And I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. And it's even saying that one thing about Will and Jada, let's talk about their connection. They have a lot of deep conversations. And outside of them being husband and wife, they are best friends. They may have made mistakes. And based on this reading, I'm hearing messages, divine messages as of right now. And they have a lot of deep conversations. It's almost like maybe once a month or twice a month, they have like a powwow, or they just sit down, they lay out in the backyard, somebody's smoking, you know, maybe like, I don't know, they're smoking ganja, they're drinking a glass of wine, whatever. And they're just talking. They're having deep discussions about just anything really. They do have deep conversations. And I do feel like she's recalling him just saying, I can't wait to have this one day. I can't wait to win that one day. I can't wait to achieve that one day. And if you think about it, the Hangman to me is not just about her surrendering. The Hangman to me is the Oscar itself. Okay? The Oscar itself. Now we know the Oscar stands up tall as the statue. That's what it looks like. But I'm actually seeing this as the Oscar itself. And she doesn't know if this is going to get taken away from him or not. And she's reciting the conversation that they've had when they were very young to now. Jada has been a part of his life for a very long time. So she's very hurt that him defending her could cost him something that he has always wanted and that she felt that he deserved. Okay? So she's hurt by that. Ten of Swords. Wasn't expecting it. Was not expecting that turn. Was not expecting things. And then not only that, her feelings were hurt when Chris Rock made that joke. And here's the thing. I know some people are going to say that it is just a joke. Oh, nope. That's my opinion. We're going to get back into the reading. Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles. There's going to be arguing about taking away his Oscar. I'm seeing that, and that's what she's afraid of. There's going to be a lot of arguing about that. There's going to be a lot of arguing about that. Yeah, that's the Oscars. There's going to be a lot of arguing about that. A lot of conflict, a lot of fighting. The Five of Wands, the Five of Swords. A lot of arguing, a big debate. Big debate. Okay? But do I feel that they're going to take it away? Right now, at this moment, I received the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. She feels like they can be able to overcome this. They've overcome a lot of things. She feels like we can overcome this. We can make this better. We can grow from this no matter what happens. Even though I'm hurt by this, even though everyone's deciding that this moment should be taken away from you, and you even took this moment away from yourself, we will get past it. We will get through it because we have gotten through so much. We can make this happen. We can do what we got to do. So that's Jada. She's hurt, humiliated, scared a little bit, but brave in a sense of we will figure it out. That's Jada's point of view. But was her feelings hurt? Yes, her feelings were hurt. Have to acknowledge that her feelings were hurt. But her feelings were more hurt for Will Smith. And that's the thing, when you love someone, this is just kind of a statement. When you love someone, you don't want to see them hurt. But at the same time, you don't want that person to take an action for you that can inevitably hurt themselves. So it's kind of like someone that you love is watching you hurt. It's just it's this cycle, man. For example, if my sister sees me hurting, she's gonna be the first to run up on him and fight. My sister's a Libra, by the way, so I'm gonna talk about that towards the end of this video. If she sees that anybody wrongs me in any way, because I'm very peaceful, so when people come at me crazy, my sister's the first to react. And I always get scared. As a child, I used to get scared when she reacted that way, because it's like, what if I lose my sister because she was defending me? You know, what if something happens to my sister? And I think that's where Jada's at. That's the same feeling. It's like, I know you're fighting for me, but what if you take it too far and now I lose you in the process, or you lose something that matters to you in the process, all because you were protecting me? And my sister, I remember telling her this, and she just told me, it doesn't matter because you're my sister. I have to protect you and it's worth it. Not that anything crazy happens to me, but in my lifetime, I have had incidents where I have done nothing wrong and people will try something. And my sister was always right there, no matter where she is. I always made sure to not put myself in situations for her to react that way, just like I feel that Jada did the same. You know? So now we're going to get into Will Smith. I mean, maybe I thought this reading was going to be a kiki and I was going to be like spilling tea, but no, this is a very serious situation to me. Based on what I'm feeling in the energy, this is serious because I'm not joking about it personally. And I'm not. So now we're finally going to read on Will Smith, and then we're going to read on how this is all going to unravel. I read on everybody's perspective so far, and I maybe look into Denzel too and Tyler Perry, because they showed up for Will Smith at that moment. Everybody looked shocked. Everybody was just, yeah. Dang. All right, Will Smith. Show me Will Smith. How does Will Smith feel about the situation? I heard the word bittersweet. King of Cups. He does give me King of Cups energy. Will Smith does give me King of Cups vibes. Okay. Page of Wands. The Moon. Okay. The Two of Cups. Okay. The Five of Wands. That showed up for Jada as well. That's the conflict that I was talking about. That's going to be coming towards them. The Ace of Cups. The World right here. How will this end, Spirit? How will this end? How will this end? The Seven of Wands right here. How will this end? Page of Cups. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to put these cards right here. Yeah, he's regretful. He's remorseful. He's hurt. Nothing in this reading is saying I beat his ass and he deserved it. It's very much so. It's a lot here, actually. He's hurt that he let things get that far. He's hurt that it happened on a night that he's been planning for years, for so long in his career. He's hurt that, just like the speech he said, I don't have to recite everything, but everything that he said on stage and everything that he's feeling now is what's showing up in his reading. He's very hurt by this, and I do feel like he's going to extend an olive branch to Chris Rock. And it's crazy because I felt that olive branch and Chris Rock spread. Like, I felt it. Because it was weird as in Chris Rock spread, he wanted to kind of reach out, but his ancestors are saying, no, Will Smith needs to reach out. Okay? But Chris Rock feels like he needs to reach out because it's like, hey, I didn't know. But his ancestors are like, no, you need to wait for him to reach out because he's the one that put his hands on you. Okay, so there's like a tug of war going on with Chris Rock. But Will Smith is going to approach Chris Rock. That is here. A peace treaty is going to happen. That's going to be happening quietly behind the scenes, by the way. They're not going to make it a public thing. I know people wanted this to be on the Red Table Talk, but the Red Table Talk is, in my opinion, is where most of this fuckery started. Outside of what happened at the Oscars, the Red Table Talk, even though it's a great show, a lot of drama started there into his career, Will Smith, and it's just been this thing ever since. Okay. Very depressed by this. So it's almost like the Page of Wands to me represents the Oscar. Something that he dreamed of, something that was always a thought, something that was always something that was never tangible. The Moon card, how is this going to get taken away from me, or what is going to happen? So in a way, even though he is happy that he won the Oscar, it's very bittersweet. And as a matter of fact, no, I'm not. I heard I'm not happy. I just heard that. He's not happy. He won the Oscar and it was very bittersweet. He won the Oscar because what does it mean to win something like that, but all throughout your career, somehow, some way, you've experienced some level of disrespect. And you felt like you never stood up for yourself and you never spoke up for yourself and you never said what needed to be said. You're looking at that award and it's like, I cried so many nights. I've contemplated doing things to myself that would ensure that I'm not here anymore. I've had to smile through it all. I had to pretend that I was good to reach this level of success. And it's in my hands, and this represents everything that I have to endure, everything that I had to be silent about, everything that I had to be quiet about. But my hard work spoke for itself. But did I lose, this is Will Smith, did I lose the part where I'm a human being? Did I lose the part where I cry and I go through deep pains? And I wrote this book thinking that it was going to heal me, but I shot myself in the foot because I said too much. Because I never said so much. I never expressed myself. I never talked about the things that I dealt with. And even when I did that, it was a joke. Everything I did was a joke. I tried to just find ways to heal, but it didn't work. So now I'm looking at this very statue, this trophy that I have, and it's like, what does it honestly, really, truly represent? That's like the deep conversations he's having with himself. Well, does it mean you're not grateful for it? No. I heard a no. No, that's not it. It's just more so of, it's bittersweet because I've been through so much to even stand here. I've been through so much to even hold this, but I'm looking at this and I'm just being reminded of everything that I had to be silent about. And the night that I received it was the night that I threw it all away. I lost my cool. So he's beating himself up right now. He's beating himself up. He's not proud of himself. He's not proud of himself. He's not making excuses, okay? So he's prepared to accept whatever that comes at him. He's prepared to accept that. He's not even he's not even holding on to the Oscar tightly. It's kind of like I have a picture with it, but it's not mine yet. It's kind of, I just intuitively saw him like put it on the table and he's like, it's not mine yet. I don't know what they're going to do. So I'm just going to leave it there because if I hold on to it for too long and they take it away from me, I get it. It's just a trophy. Why does it matter? That's like working through 4 years of college or 10 years of college to become some medical professional. And because You did something at the graduation. You know, maybe you saw something disrespectful and you pop off at somebody at the graduation. We're gonna take away your diploma. Not diploma. We're gonna take away we're taking away your degree. There you go. We're taking away your credits because you did that towards the end of your journey when you were almost there. But we're taking that away. It's gone. And you know what? Yeah, it's well deserved. You deserve that. We're gonna take it away because you deserved it. You did this, so this is the repercussion. But to the person, I made one mistake and I threw away 10 years of work. 10 years of having to be silent, 10 years of sacrifices, 10 years of having to endure. All because of one moment I felt that I was disrespected and I was tired of people disrespecting me and I stood up for myself. But even standing up for myself, it comes at a cost. So he's not holding on to his Oscar. He's not holding on to it. He's not really celebrating the moment the way people think he is. I know he took pictures with people, but it's because they asked him to lighten up his spirit. But he doesn't trust that it's actually truly his. The Two of Cups, the Five of Wands. This is the debating and the arguing, the fighting. The Oscars, there's people that want him to lose it. Nope, he doesn't deserve it. Take it away from him. And the world is watching him. The world is watching. And this was a big moment. And what I'm hearing intuitively is, as crazy as this was divinely supposed to happen. This was a breaking point for him. This was a transformative moment for him. And that said that in Chris Rock's spread where the death card showed up. This is going to change Will Smith's life. Not in a sense of he's not going to be respected in the industry, but more so of it changed his life because I have to look at myself on how I'm really handling my emotions, and am I internalizing things too much to where I don't speak up for who I love or I don't speak up for myself in healthy ways. Five of Wands. Now, the Ace of Cups is actually going to be an onpouring of support. There's a lot of people that resonate with him, and there's a lot of people that are going to speak on his mental health and how he's been doing in regards to Will Smith. Interesting. And there's even going to be a discussion. I feel like they're having a discussion right now, though. They're probably having a discussion over breakfast, or they're talking about it. One thing about Will Smith, when he makes mistakes or when things happen like that, he always uses that opportunity to teach his kids something. So I would not be shocked, because I feel that that's what's happening right now, actually. Let's talk about this. Like sitting down his children and he's just saying, this is what happened. And he's learning from it, but he's still very hurt. Now, the cards that I pulled to the side were these cards right here. This is actually going to turn around for him. It will. Whether he lose the Oscar or not, because right now, guys, that's really up in the air. It's really up in the air because it feels like it's going to be a big argument if he should or shouldn't. That's coming up. That's probably happening right now. A lot of people are disappointed in him, and he knows that. So he's very sad. He doesn't feel powerful. He feels like he lost control. He's not proud of it. So there's nothing that anyone is saying right now that he doesn't know. Okay? He's not proud of himself. Jada is actually going to be doing a lot of damage control. And it's crazy because like a lot of the drama that has happened amongst them, aside from the rumors of them having, the rumors of them in the past, the gates of hell really did open when the entanglement situation became a thing. I'm just saying that opened the gates of hell, and they've been literally trying to do damage control ever since. So Jada feels like she needs to make it right. She feels like she needs to make it right because Will Smith is too down to make it right, to speak on it, to go on interviews. I see like, damn, y'all don't give a damn. There's already like a couple of people wanting to interview him and he's declining them. So Jada is going to do damage control. She's probably going to do it on her. Yup, she's going to do it at the Red Table Talk. So that's a few of my predictions. She's going to do her best to do damage control. And she's going to speak about her husband, the things that he doesn't express, she's going to express, in the sense of that's her defending him the way he defended her, to the point where now him losing that is at stake. Him losing everything in that sense of his credibility is at stake. She wants to really save this. So she's going to do her best to do damage control in that situation. We're going to see her really doing her best. Show me Denzel's point of view. Denzel Washington. The Magician, reverse. The Magician, reverse. The Five of Swords, the Tower. The Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Back of the deck energy, the Devil. The Three of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Denzel is going to take it upon himself to constantly reach out to Will Smith, to speak to him, to check up on him. Denzel Washington does not like Hollywood, to be very honest with you. He hates them, as a matter of fact. There's even people that want to interview Denzel Washington and they want to talk to him, and he's like, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to any of you. I don't owe you guys anything. The Magician reverse, again, he was disappointed in Will Smith and what took place. The Magician reverse is kind of like, you manifested all of this, but the worst was manifested as well. And it's crazy because he had a statement talking about the devil comes in when you're in your highest moment, and the devil card is literally here. He was witness to that. And Denzel is talking about Denzel. There was a moment like this that he had. Denzel understands this emotion that Will Smith had, but the difference is Will Smith actually acted upon it. Denzel restrained himself, but he almost slipped too. He almost lost his cool as well. He almost lost his cool. So this is why he showed up for Will Smith, because he understands that feeling. He understands that feeling. He wants Will Smith to move forward from this. He wants him to learn from this. Okay, Queen of Cups. And then we have also the Three of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. He wants him to get as much comfort as possible. He just wants him to move forward from this. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles to me does represent Jada. Jada is going to do her best to save the day. She is going to do her best to speak on it. She may even speak a little bit more of what's been going on, because she wants people to understand that he doesn't feel proud about it, but these are the reason why that action took place. And I want to send my love to Chris Rock. I want to make things right. I want to make things better. Okay. So, you know, Tyler Perry. I've always had tremendous respect for Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington, but especially Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry, he quietly shows up for people in need, especially in Hollywood. And I'm sure there's many stories of him showing up when people really needed it, when they needed that support. So tremendous respect for people that show up for others when they don't behave and act like themselves. Yeah, he's hurt for Will Smith too. He's wondering what they're gonna do. Yeah, same cards. He feels like something took over him. Something took over Will, because it's like, that's not Will. Will doesn't do stuff like that. So he was shocked. But it's like, I'm gonna show up for my friend. I'm gonna show up for him. You know, I'm gonna be there. He was like, what the fuck just happened? He was very shocked. And even with Will Smith, he was even shocked that he took it there. It's like having an outer body experience. And then when he realized what happened, that's when the tears flew in. So he doesn't feel big and bad, guys. Sorry. He doesn't feel victorious. He is humiliated. He feels like he humiliated himself. and he needs time to recover. And because Jada's going to see him so down and so hard on himself, you're going to see Jada do her best to really just smooth this out, but it will take time. Whew. That was a long one, and it's very deep. I couldn't kiki in this one. I'm sorry, guys. This was pretty deep. This was deep because this is kind of touching the things that he's been dealing with quietly. So I want to talk about my opinion. I have mixed feelings about the whole situation. This is my opinion. If you've watched the whole reading, thank you so much. I love you and appreciate you for stopping by. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you're done watching the reading, then you can be done watching the reading, because this is just my opinion and how I feel about the situation. So for all of you that's going to leave because the reading done, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Now, to my opinion, for all of those that want to stay and hear my opinion, thank you. I will say this. I have mixed feelings, to be honest. A part of me is disappointed. A part of me is disappointed because this happened in a space where we were never invited to begin with as Black people, okay? When we do things to shoot ourselves in the foot because we had an emotional reaction to something, we pay for it just as much. If we work twice as hard, we pay for it twice as hard when we make a mistake. And the thing about mistake making and celebrities, we know the people that do things that are just out of pocket and disrespectful. We know who they are, and we even give them a pass because we expect that shit from them. When you think of Donald Trump and how he said he wanted to grab that woman by the crotch, we made him president. Whether people like to admit it or not, he became president. And it was so normalized that he said something like that. But if anyone else said something like that, they wouldn't have became president, or they would have never let that go. But Donald Trump became president, saying something like that, and a bunch of other things that he's been accused of. He did that shit or didn't do that shit allegedly, but he became president. We made him president because we expect that behavior from him. Kanye West said a whole bunch of horrendous stuff, became a billionaire, and yes, he's innovative, and we still run to listen to his music. And some of us still understand him, but we expect that behavior from him too. We expect that behavior even from reality stars like Jocelyn, where they're tussling and fighting and doing all of this craziness. We expect poor behavior from people that have shown that time and time again. And because we expect it, some of us make excuses for it. Or we say that, oh, that's crazy, but we're still watching it. We're still laughing. When people like Will Smith make mistakes where he's never been in anything, he's never done anything out of the crazy, he's never done anything like that. He's always been smiley, positive. He's always been even a little dorky, you know, like he's always been that happy guy that we've known him to be, but that's what he's shown us. So when we see another side to him where he can get down like that, people are going to hold you up and attack you more because they've seen you as this perfect person for so long, to the point where they forget that you're human and you have glitches and you make mistakes. He had a moment, he snapped. We don't know how Jada felt about having to shave her head and having to go through those things. We don't know the tears that she cried. Everybody shows up and they put up a brave face. But you don't know what happens when the camera goes off and when they are no longer posting something on social media. But Will does. And maybe he saw that and he just felt the need to defend her because he knows the pain that she had to go through. It was just an accumulation of things. I feel like all of us have felt like I have to be politically correct and I'm in this cage. And because I'm Black, I'm brown, I'm Latina, I have more against me. And if I even have a moment, like all of these other people can have a moment, I lose everything. But even though I was a little disappointed, I also understand that he was just defending his wife. And honestly, if I had a husband, I would want him to flip chairs and flip over tables and do whatever he got to do to defend me. But, you know, some people might not agree with that, but, you know, push comes to shove, I'll bail him out. And it's just mixed emotions for me. But let me know how you guys feel about it. Are you disappointed? Are you angry? Are you sad for him? Do you understand why he did it? Everybody's input, I don't mind reading them, definitely. But I have mixed emotions. It's very mixed for me. I get it, but then it's like, damn, I'm disappointed. But sending them love, sending the Smiths a lot of love, sending Chris Rock a lot of love, and just hope the situation can heal itself. Alrighty, I gotta go. That was my reading. Alrighty, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.